Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. This is my last day for ways to use strips of paper, and this time I used a little bit wider piece. So let me show you what we did. For my image, I used this adorable image. I love this image from the Painted Poppies. I think I've used this more than anything else in here. So, love this stamp set. All right, so let's get started. All right, my card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And if you want all the measurements and the colors, or the products, the link is in the section below on my blog. All right. Now, the first thing I did was I chose this double-sided paper. I just love the barnwood type things for flowers and things like that. I think it gives it a really nice look. So I found a brown that would match it, and I'm going to add that to my card base. And this is from a set of double-sided paper. All of our paper is double-sided. This one is designed for the guys, but I use it anyway. I'm going to open my card up to make sure I put it on the front and not on my card base wrong. All right, so there I have it. Now, I had another piece of Designer Series paper, and I just felt this one would go with it because it's got the wood grain, and it pulled in the green from the flower. But I wanted to add some interest, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear the bottom. So this piece was about, in fact, it was 1.5 inches wide. So I'm just going to tear the bottom, and I'm going to tear it towards me because I want the white to show. That gives it some extra interest. And I'm only tearing small pieces, and I'm using this finger to help see that I don't tear up too far. So just tear it towards you. It's a little edge. Just take your time, and there you have it. And then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to add some glue to the back. All right, and then this I'm going to put in the center as close as I can get it. And I just eyeball it. You know, if it's off a little bit, it's no big deal. All right, now I knew I was going to use that image. So what I did was I took my markers, and I'll do it real quick. I've done one here that I know will work. I took my markers, and using the side, I colored my stamp. Don't go at it like this or you'll ruin your tip. So use the side of your marker, color it in, and I'll then go do the same thing with the top with the red. All right, and then all you have to do, I'm going to do this. All you have to do is stamp it on your cardstock. It doesn't matter if it's too long, because we're then going to take the layering circles dies, and I found this one, which was a good size, and it is actually the third, 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. All right, so I'm going to take and I'm going to cut that out. All right, I have my image cut out, but I wanted to add some fun interest. So I went looking at my dies, and the Painted Labels die have this fun circle. It's got some opens and it's got some dots. So I used the same red and I cut it out. This is going to go in the center there. So we still take advantage. I wanted it small enough that we could still see that stitching around the edge. All right, And I'm not worried about if it's upside down, which way I put it on here or anything, because until I put it on my card base, it doesn't matter. And when I put it on there, it was lost. So I went back to my circle dies and I chose the largest scallop circle and I cut it out of a piece of Whisper White. So I'm going to add this to my Whisper White. And I didn't worry, I just attached it in the center. I didn't worry about the pieces out here. If that bothers you, just put a dot of glue in the big spots, but I think it adds interest. So I'm going to put this down and I'm watching my edges to see that it's as straight as possible so that you have a little bit of space everywhere. See how that's popping up? But you know, once you put it in the card, they take it out, it's going to stay flat. That made me happy. I thought, oh, perfect. Just the right amount of color and everything. So it was ready for some dimensionals. So I'm going to add dimensionals all around my image. Okay. Now you don't have to cut yours in half. I like cutting mine in half because I then have more money. It extends the use and I have more money for other things. So I've got quite a few on there and I want to make sure I put on enough that it, when it goes through the mail, it's not going to collapse and stay down. So now I'm taking my pokey tool, and I know that's not the technical term. I think it's called piercing tool, but it's a pokey tool to me. It always has been, so that's what I use. All right, so I'm gonna take my backs off of my foam tape, and I'm gonna put this right in the center of my card. Make sure your flower is going the right way, and there you have it. And now remember, give something for the mailman to look at and carry that theme or the stamped image to the inside to really take your card to the next level. And there you have it. Now, I know you're going to want to make this card because it is so cute and perfect for all occasions. So, in the description below, there's a link to my blog, Creations in Paper. On there, you will find all the measurements and the supplies needed, and there's the hostess code. It's also on my blog. Make sure that you take and sign up for my newsletter on the right so that you don't miss my ideas. Okay. If you would like to help me out on YouTube, make sure you click the subscribe button below so you don't miss my videos. If you want to be notified when I upload a video, click the bell next to it. Thanks for visiting me today. Have a great day.